York.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Friday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed. It is National Relaxation Day, and if you're looking for a good way to do that during the evening hours, one of those might be taking the dog for a walk or going for a walk with the family. You've got nice conditions for it. Temperature 85 degrees, but it feels comfortable for that walk with a dew point at 50. Winds out of the west at 5 miles an hour, and the heat index is the same as the temperature because of that low dew point at 83. Other numbers from around the region, we've got 78 in Old Forge, 85 here, or actually the dew point, or the heat index, I should say, is a little bit cooler. Temperature 85, same thing over in the Cuse, Camden, a little bit warmer at 86, and it's 84 in Albany and in Saratoga Springs at this time, 81 in Cooperstown. The dew points, as I mentioned, right around 50 degrees, but some of you are as cool as the 40s, like Boonville at 43 right now. But down toward the south, you've got Oneonta at 57, but still fairly comfortable and even refreshing in some cases. Definitely a stark contrast to the sultry conditions that Philadelphia and D.C. are experiencing right now, with those dew points in the upper 60s to right around 70 degrees. And look at Bangor, Maine, that dew point right now 39, so that's some very refreshing air, very dry air at that as well. Burlington, Vermont at 40. We're also dry in terms of the radar out there right now, and I expect that to remain the case through the evening hours. But as we head through the overnight and into the weekend, we could see a few shower and even storm slight chances heading our way. That's because an area of high pressure is in control right now, but it'll continue to move its way down toward the south and east, and that'll bring in a little bit of unsettled weather for the weekend, but most of the time is dry. It'll be very warm out there as well. Here's the latest on now Hurricane Erin. It's a Category 1 storm with winds of 75 miles an hour as of the 5 p.m. advisory. Currently moving to the west-northwest at 17, making its way to the north of the Lesser Antilles as well as Puerto Rico. And it is going to make its way over some very warm Atlantic Ocean water, which is what you see in the dark reds, where we have temperatures between 85 and 90 degrees in some cases. So it is expected to strengthen into a Category 3 and eventually Category 4 storm over the weekend. But thankfully, thanks to high pressure and control over New England and the Northeast, it is expected to remain off the coast of the Northeast, major impact just being some higher surf. Temperatures tomorrow between 85 and 90 with low levels of humidity, but first things first, we'll time out the shower chances. You could be waking up to a few of those at around 7 a.m. tomorrow morning with temperatures in the 50s and 60s. We'll see those showers continuing as we head through the afternoon, but you'll notice that they're not widespread. They're rather isolated as scattered. And same thing as we go through Sunday with a few clouds here and there. Temperatures similar to where they will be on Saturday, but on Sunday, we've got a weak cold front moving through, so Monday and Tuesday we'll have a lot of sunshine, temperatures in the middle and upper 70s, and then the New York State Fair kicks off on Wednesday, and it looks like we'll see a lot of clouds that day, but still a fall-like feel with temperatures between 70 and 75. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. Still to come on Eyewitness.
Eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Friday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed. Happy National Relaxation Day. And this weekend is going to be a great one to do that if you're going to be doing anything outside. Just watch out for that shower or thunderstorm that could pop up. But other than that, we will have a relaxing weekend. And the weather's doing just that right now, too. It's fairly quiet. We have a calm wind. 67 degrees is the current temperature. The dew point is 57, so it's come up a little bit over the last couple of hours. And we will see a touch of humidity during the day tomorrow. The heat index still at 67 as well. Most of us in the fairly in the same boat, where we've got temperatures into the 60s. There are a couple of exceptions to that, like southern Shenango County. Greene is at 71, and up in the North Country, Old Forge already down at 58. Same thing in the port city of Oswego at this time. Many of us will be into the 50s to right around 60 overnight tonight, maybe even a little bit cooler than that. As far as the comparison to where we were at this time last night in the 10 p.m. hour, we're anywhere from about kind of neutral through about 3 degrees cooler. In some cases, it's even more substantial, like 5 to 10 degrees cooler surrounding that. And we do have a bit of wind out there right now. As I mentioned, in downtown Utica, it's calm, and for most of our area, but that is the case in Herkimer. It's at 6 miles an hour, and most of that is coming out of the east right now. We also have a quiet radar. You're just seeing some ground clutter over the last 30 minutes, but no precipitation. That'll change as we head through tomorrow, and even as we head through Sunday, there will still be a spotty storm chance. The reason why is because we have a couple of troughs around. One of them is stretching its way from New England into southern New York, and then another one from western New York down into Pennsylvania. And then we've got some more storm activity off toward the west as well. Speaking of storms, we're also continuing to keep an eye on Hurricane Erin, which is a Category 1 storm with maximum sustained winds of 85 miles an hour. That, according to the NHC 8 p.m. advisory. It's still moving to the west-northwest at 17 miles an hour. And this graphic is showing you the current sea surface temperatures over the Atlantic, which are between 85 and 90 degrees right now. That's well above average for what they should be for this time of year, and that'll help in the rapid intensification of Erin. So right now, it's a Category 1 storm. By the weekend, it'll be a Category 3 or 4 storm. But thankfully, right now, it looks like we'll have high pressure over the northeast late into next week. That should keep the storm at bay, other than just some higher surf at the coast. 87 for tomorrow. But before we get to that, we'll have temperatures into the 60s and 50s overnight tonight. There's those clouds and that spotty storm chance. Most of the day is dry, though, so you should be okay. Just make sure to have an umbrella with you if you need it at any point. And then Sunday, more of the same. Similar temperatures. The humidity will be up just a touch as well. And then as we head into our 7-day forecast, we'll see that behind that, we will have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, temperatures in the middle and upper 70s. A touch of fall heading our way. And speaking of, the New York State Fair opens on Wednesday, and it looks like we'll have a lot of clouds. But at this point, it looks dry, and that looks to be the case into late next week as well. Thomas, back to you.
Well, in the meantime, the weather looks great for the Unadilla Pro.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Friday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed. It's National Relaxation Day, and it looks like the weather definitely took a note on that, at least for us here. Right now, it's 65 degrees, and if you're looking forward to relaxing and unwinding this weekend, you'll definitely have some good weather to do so as well, other than maybe just a scattered shower. I'll get to that in a second. The dew point is still up there at around 55. The winds are calm, so those are relaxing as well, and the heat index is the same at 65. There will also be a touch of humidity as we head through the day tomorrow, so those dew points will come up. I'll show you that in a second. Temperatures right now area-wide are into the 60s, and they won't drop much from where they are right now, maybe a couple of more degrees, if that. And we also have dew points coming up as well. They're definitely higher down toward the south. D.C., that dew point is 72, Philly at 71, Hartford 66, and New York City 67. Up here in northern New York, though, we have temperatures dew points in the middle and upper 50s, so it feels refreshing and comfortable. Bangor, Maine has a dew point of 50 degrees, and you had dew points earlier this afternoon there that were down into the 30s. Now, you've heard Thomas and myself talking about the lack of rainfall that we've had over the better part of the last month or month and a half or so. And we've got abnormally dry conditions from Syracuse off toward the west, and same thing from Herkimer off toward the east. And unfortunately, I expect that situation to get worse before it gets better. You're seeing, it looks like rain on the radar right now, but that's just some ground clutter out there, so things are going to be dry. As we head in through the weekend, we will be dealing with a trough both from New England down towards southern New York, as well as another one from western New York down into the mid-Atlantic. And some of those could trigger some pop-up showers and even a thunderstorm or two tomorrow, as well as on Sunday. Now, the latest update on Hurricane Erin, it is now up to a Category 2 storm as of the 11 o'clock advisory, so just a few minutes ago, with winds of 100 miles an hour, still moving to the west-northwest at 17. And as we head through tomorrow morning, even as early as 8 a.m. tomorrow, it's expected to become a major hurricane, Category 3 or greater, with 115-mile-an-hour winds. And then we'll also have the warm Atlantic waters, 85 to 90 degrees, sea surface temperatures, aiding in the rapid intensification into a Category 4 storm before it goes back into a Category 3. But still, a major hurricane impacting the open waters of the Atlantic, as well as the eastern seaboard with some higher surf. Temperatures tomorrow between 85 and 90, a little bit cooler to the north and south, but there will be a touch of humidity, so it'll feel like it's in the low 90s for most of us. But first things first, we'll be dealing with some clouds as well as some scattered showers when you wake up for your Saturday morning, and then again quickly rising into the 80s, possibly the low 90s with a touch of that humidity. And then Sunday is much in the way of rinse or repeat situation, where we'll deal with clouds, calm winds, and then some scattered showers. Definitely more clouds as we head into the afternoon as a weak cold front passes through. But in the wake of that cold front, we'll have some sun and clouds as we head through Monday, with temperatures in the mid-70s. Same thing as we go through Tuesday. Tuesday, there's definitely more sunshine. Wednesday, the coolest day of the next 7, temperatures between 70 and 75. But it looks dry right now, just cloudy, mostly cloudy for the first day of the New York State Fair. And then Thursday and Friday beyond that look dry as well. The latest forecast is available on cnymehomepage.com. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. Still to come on Eyewitness News at 11.